So,
pretty much.
let's put that challenge behind us because we have a rip-roarer right now, starting as France on November 10th, 1799. Own the most provinces in Europe. That is the challenge. The contestants are Habibi and Zlewikk. Habibi sitting on the bottom of the leaderboard, Zlewikk sitting on the top.
This challenge has an end date. You cannot go past January 3rd, 1821. The game stops you, or even if it doesn't stop you, we won't let you go past that. Maybe we meet our contestants here, huh? Maybe we learn about Zlewikk and Habibi.
I think that's exactly what we should do. So, up first, let's meet Zlewikk.
A first-time 11 out of 10 rating from L'Equipe was given to Zlewikk after handing Florry his first non-final loss. A win today would guarantee his place in the final, so he's sure to come out all guns blazing. But will his fire go out now that he's beaten longtime nemesis Florry? Only time will tell.
And facing off against him will be Habibi.
The press found leaked DMs from Habibi that seem to imply he's been faking his internet and tech problems. Why? Well, all to crush an unprepared Zlewikk, who he described as a geriatric has-been. Habibi's on the wrong end of the scoreboard, but with raw talent like this, he's bound to go down swinging.
And there we have it, chaps. How are we
Who made that
today?
last meme?
No, it was straight. Look, Zlewikk. It's straight from the tabloids. It's nothing to do with us. It's
Not
the
us.
press. It's the free press. Nothing. So
But
Zlewikk,
that was Florry making it.
I'll start with you. You beat your demon. You did defeat Florry last week. How does that feel? How does that affect you going forwards in this tournament?
Last week I actually wasn't stressed at all because I was like, oh, I'm facing Florry. If I lose, it's fine, right? But now I'm facing Habibi, and I know that I have to win if I want to go to the finale. So actually, this week is feeling like more stressful than the last one. It didn't actually much help to win.
Well, I mean that's fair enough. And Habibi, obviously a string of disappointing losses for you. However, this is a late game challenge, and I mean, compared to a lot of our other competitors, perhaps this is more your specialty, being a big MP guy such as yourself.
Yeah, definitely. It's my specialty. Zlewikk going down today. Down.
He never played
Getting
it.
destroyed.
So,
Yeah, Zlewikk definitely has never played MP ever.
he hates it, actually. Reportedly, if there's another person in the game, he'll quit to make sure it's single player. Right, chaps. Well, do you have any sort of parting words, any final jabs, any friendly comments, anything at all?
You're definitely going down, Zlewikk. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's time for 12 in 10 performance today.
Oh my god, he's gone for the first ever 12 out of 10
Here's
L'Equipe rating.
Here's for you.
Why is it so small?
What is that?
It's not small. I'm just so big.
Habibi's absolutely massive. All right, phenomenal stuff.
Zlewikk and Habibi, always fun banter. Those are the boys after all, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah.
In 3, 2, 1, begin the time.
Boom.
There it is. Take us through the situation.
France, ladies and gentlemen. And Zlewikk immediately, I didn't even have time to explain, immediately piecing out of the war of the Second Coalition, which France fights with all of these guys at the start of the game. Britain, Austria, France, the Ottomans. Zlewick's immediately out. Only giving up, what's this? 7 provinces to Great Britain. Still get them back. Now, to explain, revolutionary France, all revolutionary man. You start off with Napoleon and 2 different wars, the quasi-war with the US, which really you don't care about. Like, after 5-ish years of playing, you can just wipe these guys, you don't really have to do anything with them, but it was a smart fight right there. Now, as we know, the challenges to get the most provinces in Europe, so he has truces with a lot of these guys right here, man. Everyone that's yellow, he has a truce with, so not a lot of nations he can fight. But who can he fight? Who am I seeing up here? Oh, it's an ally-less Denmark and an ally-less Sweden? Alright, take us to, we're gonna need that. He has not mixed up. He is currently, I think, the same thing. He is currently, there is a increasing enlisting everywhere, increasing increasing manpower. He is also presumably going to be getting rid of all of his will go up. Now, interesting here, I really thought I'd see these players going for low depth provinces. It's all about the number break. It's all about question and depth. As we know, Tuscany, super depth. So super high versus expansion. But, as I just explained a few minutes ago, Denmark and Sweden were allies. Now they've gotten some allies. They're not strong allies. It's just Hesse and but still, why not go for the easiest further first, you know? Still, I'm not going to do this.
Over on this side of things. Yeah, he's drilling some of the manpower out of this. Oh, there you go. Look, it's actually building up the required hand. You are going to see that France with his unrestrained, unhinged will now have America actually landed troops, which we said shouldn't have happened. I didn't see it, but you've got 32k over here. Which is, frankly, like I said, ridiculous. Because what should happen is after 5 years, they will just piece you up because there's no conflict. That's actually no longer an option. Finally, I'm here seeing some good high-level late game. Right? You see this? Yep. This is what we like to call a cannon stack, ladies and gentlemen. Yep. You want one stack because cannon's so expensive, right? To maintain, you only want 1 or 2 cannon stack depending on. Did you just piece out with someone? He pieced out with something or someone.
No, he just only one. On the Pope.
Who did?
Zlewikk decking on the Pope, ladies and gentlemen. Nice. He said, "Frick, Pope Innocent the 14th. I'm Napoleon. Rome is mine.
I am the Pope." So over here, like I said, you'll see one cannon stack. Now, the important thing to note is why would you not put everything in together? Like I said, last challenge, you want to have reinforcement stacks. So those are pure infantry stacks, and now you're going to start to see a lot of damage. Phil's, oh, look at that. Phil Swift, eat your heart out. That should be a stack quite gone. 40,000 dead. Now, 130,000?
This is the most back and forth poll I've seen, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, no. Netherlands. Actually, that's a great fight from the Netherlands. Look at
Netherlands
that.
Are France's vassal, ladies and gentlemen, along with Italy and
look at this from the Netherlands
and Mainz.
That is incredible. Look at the damage. I'm too busy showing off this Ottoman stack. Get absolutely destroyed. Is that stack wipe? Just one away. Now, show superiority. Now, there is a viable option of winning this war. 35. So you can get 35. 40 war score from battle, and 25 from getting the war goal.
Yeah.
So 65% overall. Britain's already on medium. That's just free land. It's free real estate, ladies and gentlemen. And you march down. This is the kind of combat we wanted to see. Do you want to flip to your POV and I'll let you know what happens over
already such differing strat, ladies and gentlemen. Habibi going into that war, you know, balls out. Zlewikk already full sieging the Pope, who's only allied to some weak guys over here. And also a separate deck on Parma, who's allied to Ulm. A province is a province, man, but still, I wonder how this is going to play out in about 15-20 minutes right here when all of that aggressive expansion, which does seem to be minor right now, comes into play after he, let's say, full annexes all of Italy, right? Are all of these guys going to coalition him?
Can I suggest something? Can we flip to my POV?
Suggest it.
I think the plan here is he takes Munster, which is a nasty fort. Level 4. It's not that nasty. I think he's going to be piecing everyone out because then he has truces with them. This, despite the fact it says war of the coalition, you can still separate piece out these guys. Look at the casualties. He's lost 200,000 men, 100,000 from attrition. Most of this, by the way, these casualties, 100,000 himself. Look at the casualties dealt. He's dealt 700,000.
Massive.
I genuinely think his plan is to stay in this war. The Americans, by the way, just chilling over here. They're trying their hardest. I think his plan is to stay in this war. Oh, no, 1 second, sorry. We're about to see a lot of people die.
Yeah, let's see that battle. I think they're gonna get wiped, right? How many British are there?
20,000. This might knock them down to low. There you go.
There we go. They're out, and they're about to land more. They're not backing off.
No, no. The Americans.
Zlewikk has meanwhile pieced out the Pope. That's right. He full annexed the Pope. No bishopric is releasing him. They're like, we're Protestant, bruh. Cole might release him though, but pushing hard into Italy.
Nice.
Zlewikk right here.
I'm hearing some pieces out in my ear. Oh no, Savoy, the mountain fort has fallen, unfortunately, but he does prioritize going after the Russians. I have to say, he can piece out several members of the sport. He's refusing to let them go, though. I think he might just be gearing up to just take this land, to be honest. I think that is the plan.
Take all of the land? All of Cologne?
I think well, he can't afford all the coal because they're co-belligerent and it's rich land. But I think the plan is genuinely to just like stay in this war this entire time. I don't know if that's necessarily the best strategy, given that this is double numbers.
And they're not co-belligerented, are they?
But he's already. He took out Cologne. He took out Cologne.
Yeah.
Now I think the interesting thing here is that might give him a coalition, right? But he's already at war with everyone that would kind of bother him. If these lot join a coalition, he'll just fight him. Who's he going to see? I think he's going after Switzerland next. And I think, again, his plan...
Full annexable easily.
I don't think they're full annexable. No, not quite.
Okay.
He's in a very good place. Now, he is going to be a master of managing his resources. Unfortunately, these are nasty forts. A level 9 fort, the highest level of fort in the game.
Yeah.
Horrible to deal with. There are 10,000 men sitting in that fort. There we go, and he's taking on 28%. Very useful. Now only level 2 fort remains. The Savoyard one is nasty as well. Do you wanna go to your POV and show off what a revolutionary target means?
Yeah, so basically, as we all know, the revolution is active in the Age of Revolutions, ladies and gentlemen. Interestingly enough, France doesn't have a unique one over here.
Weird, huh?
Come on, bro. But France is the birthplace and the target of a revolution, so they got this, hats right here. It isn't spreading. If you're revolutionary, you do gain some awesome modifiers. Oh, a deck on Spain, who's allied to the Austrian Empire, catching it live, ladies and gentlemen. You can take a lot from Spain. You can take half of Spain in one war. But either way, this is Revolutionary Zeal. It's basically the revolutionary version of absolutism. Currently, 30% admin efficiency. CCR, pretty important for this game as well. It is minus 45%, so actually really good.
Nice. You didn't show off the perks of being in a revolution. Not the government reform. You got to hover over the little fist.
The this right here. Yeah. So if you're revolutionary, well, if you're a target of the revolution, you get plus 10% morale of armies, morale of navies, manpower recovery speed, sailors, land maintenance, naval maintenance, war exhaustion, minus 50% unjustified demand. So you don't even lose that much Diplo points. And when the revolution is happening, this country will get 50% more score.
Oh, that's fine. No, stick with that. Did you see that battle? He just about won it, but I don't think he's got the necessary cannons. He does have a lot of manpower, I think, which is the main difference between these two competitors. Oh, flip to my POV. Midge, you're going to want to see this. Oh, no. They don't see it. They got AirPods in. Look out. Look out.
Blasting Fetty Wap on the JBL speaker as they cross.
No. They just kind of disappeared. Oh, no, there's more of them.
The Rubicon.
120% discipline, 10.4 morale, 4.0 tactics, and Britain is on low.
Habibi, he was in the middle of something.
Yeah, so now I think he's going after Austria. I think he might be looking to take some Portuguese land as well. There are lots of people that are sick of this war as he approaches 1 million casualties dealt. Not just from attrition, but just in general. Russia would peace out. I don't know if he's planning on...
Yeah,
do you think the strat is just to stay in this whole thing and just go, you know what?
I don't know. If that's the strat, I would be happy with that.
Someone. Oh, did he peace out the Russians? I think he peaced out the Russians. Okay, good.
I think that is the strat. Peace out the Russians.
I'm going to point out some high-level strats over if I flip to my POV.
Yeah.
I like this. Look at that. He's drilling troops when they're not needed on the front. And by the way, Napoleon Bonaparte might be dead as a ruler, but he lives on as a
general.
So he needs 26,000. He's not that much in terms of manpower there, and he is starting to carve a path through. I think guys like Bavaria, you peace out when you can.
Yeah, like
it's negative 27. But Bavaria, you got look, he's gotten out most people. I think it looks like he's gonna be taking territory from Portugal, if I had to guess. I think he's gonna be taking territory from Austria, and I think he's taking territory from Britain. He's still unpaused, is my only concern. And there is a limited, I mean, about halfway through, and he's played about 6 years.
Yeah.
So he can
has white pieced Austria, and he is 2 years ahead of Habibi. And he pieced
there we
out
go, 2 provinces.
For what?
2 provinces from Habibi, for Habibi in Portugal.
Let's flip to my game right here.
Oof,
I was wondering why Zlewikk didn't do anything with Austria and Spain. He just white pieced Austria, by the way. But I think he forced Spain to be revolutionary.
Why would he do that?
He didn't take any provinces from them. That's for sure, because there's obviously no provinces taken.
Yeah.
Might have made them break alliances, because Portugal or Spain aren't allied to anyone.
What does that give him? Does that give him like zeal or something?
Yes.
It
Yes, it
does.
does. Because he's at
There you
max
go.
now.
I think Habibi's going to take land for the British because he's building a navy. But the British have 52
These guys'
heavy.
navy sucks.
Huh?
These guys' navy sucks. Let me tell you.
Meanwhile, Habibi munching his way slowly but surely through the entirety of Austria. You have to assume that's where he's going with this. You have to assume he's
And
going to
that
be taking
first war.
only a couple of provinces. So
Let's
your
flip
POV?
right there, declaring on the Ottomans. That's right, no Franco-Ottoman alliance in 1808.
Good shout. Very
no,
good point.
no, no. And as
Very
we all
good.
know, the Ottomans suck balls late game, ladies and gentlemen. He can take them down so easily. Constantinople only level 3 fort, Salonik level 2. Look, he's standing in Austria. Maybe he's got forced mill access through them or something like that. Massive stacks walking around. Another deck on Russia.
That,
who dragged
he
in some minor
shouldn't have done that.
H-Guys.
He shouldn't have done that. Look, he got black flagged. He does only have 10 more years. He's 3 years ahead of Habibi. And Habibi looks to be like he's going to be staying in this war
Yeah.
for some time. At least, I mean, he's building up a massive navy. I'll be honest. It's going to be huge.
He's got a naval invade Britain.
A peace deal
Italy
over here
from
against Austria, and he's taken a couple of different provinces.
Nice,
He
nice.
has broken the alliance with Britain as well. Okay, he's declared war on the Pope. I think he might have decided he needs to go here. I think he's waiting for this. Okay, I think what he's going to do is he's going to take Phalanx the Pope, in my opinion, right? He's going to do this.
Yeah,
He's got
Zlewikk
truce with
already
everyone.
did it, so he should.
Well, he's going to do this and probably take this lot. And then, in this war, probably going to take as much as he can over here.
So tight, man. Only 4 province difference. Even though we're seeing such different strategies. ladies and
honestly.
gentlemen. I love it. I love it.
Very, very tight. I mean, I think Zlewikk probably has the better like setup to go and explode and push a bit more, but Habibi's just so good in these sort of late games. Look at this. Making sure his extra troops are drilling, nothing wasted, no losses, I think, at all, really. I think this is going to turn into who has the better strategy, because bear in mind, the amount of land he can take from Britain if he lands is staggering. Hawk, Austria's in this war now. I don't know how they're in this war, but they are. So that's a thing.
In what war?
In the Paper War. They think they just joined.
Either way, let's go to Zlewikk a bit, ladies and gentlemen. We've been missing his, destruction of the Ottoman Empire and of Prussia as well. Prussia also fighting Goslar in the Prussian-Goslarite War. There we go, just carpet sieging the Balkans. He does have naval superiority in the Sea of Marmara, so he can also cross over to Anatolia. But he's even in Egypt, sieging down Cairo. Oh, there we go, there's the peace deal. 77% war score on the Ottomans currently, ladies and gentlemen.
Look at the amount of land he's going to take.
That's a lot. That's a lot. He can take more. There we go. All of the Balkans and 4, 5, 6. Wow,
That's a huge peace deal.
Without
So
Constantinople
far, that's
too.
going to
There
put
we
him
go. Solid.
squarely
Oh,
as a favorite.
nice.
And look at that. You have to think that that is going to be a pretty good score. Baby's right now, that's a minus 100% for. Minus 100%.
Negative 100%?
Yes, because he doesn't
Never
have
seen
any cannons on
I
it
have
at all.
literally never seen that. Yeah.
He has started to coalesce his heavies. I believe a landing in Britain might be on the cards. Now, what he doesn't know is that Britain has basically nothing guarding over here. They have split up their navy a decent amount. They have nothing guarding the home isles. We're going to have to see how that one pans out. I think he knows he needs to pick up the pace a little bit. He's got 12 years left to play.
Yeah. Zlewikk 10.
I'm just curious, like, this strategy, it feels almost casual.
It feels like they're not going for the cheap provinces.
Yes.
Is what it feels like to me.
It feels like they're playing it by rote, and I am apparently now Napoleon. But it feels like they're playing it by rote, and they're not playing it like targeting Russia, which I would have expected, to be honest.
Let's flip to my POV so I can show you what Zlewick's done.
Ooh.
And this is what he's done. Leaving Prussia as a 4-province minor in the HRE. And honestly, he isn't even that bad.
I believe I've seen a minor mistake over here.
Let's see what that mistake is.
He has taken Naples. Instead of taking a bunch of provinces over here, he's pieced out Britain.
For what?
Oh, for nothing.
Then why did he stay in the war?
They're just for money. I think to fight Naples, that's thrown me for a massive loop now, because he could have ended that war at any time, and he decided to stay in it for 3 provinces. That's thrown me that, because those 30 provinces were kind of what I was banking on for him. Because right now, between the start of the game and now, he's gained about, I want to say, around 10 provinces.
Yeah.
This went from a
Now-
dominant idea to, I think, a poor showing very quickly.
I wonder how Zlewick's game is going to develop because he is currently sitting on, if we flip real quick, a 345% overextension. Really bad. Rebels are going to start popping everywhere, and, you know, you're going to expend so much manpower. Was it worth it, do you think, to just chill a bit, finish coring, and then fight? Because obviously there's still time, man. There's 18 minutes and 9 years left to go right here. So
I don't think he's going to be able to do too much expansion now for fear of his nation exploding. But yeah, I mean, it's going to be an interesting one. Now, okay, we do see a peace deal over here. If you look at my POV, that's more like it. A couple of territories taken. Now, where does he go from here? What does Habibi do? Where does he go now? He must know that he needs more of a score. He must think to himself, what can I do next?
Would you say he's only taken like 10-ish provinces since the start?
He's taking a lot more now. He's probably taking about 20, I'd say. He needs to declare war immediately because Prussia can join. Austria can join. Spain can join. He needs to fight these guys because otherwise they all become co-belligerents in another war. They don't become co-belligerents, sorry. He declared war on Spain immediately. I think that was the right choice. That was the right choice. No other European allies. He can just march into Spain at will, and that's great. Tuscany, by the way, no allies, but in the coalition against him. He's declared war against the Badenese. He's co-belligerent with Austria. Very good. Very good indeed. He has co-belligerent with Austria. I think he's probably going to focus. No, he's fighting two at the same time. I think he's going to go for both. All right, this is good. This is good.
Yeah, going back to Zlewikk right here. In fact, maybe we can go to his POV directly to see how he's dealing with these rebels, but massive rebel stacks taking over the provinces that, you know, he's conquered, but also not just the provinces he's conquered. Now, the Ottoman stuff has finished coring, so that's pretty chill right there. But, you know, he's got so many separatists over in Italy, particularists in France, separatists over in Prussia, and he's currently at 231% overextension still. Let's see what Laith is knowing about.
He just saw it. He took a massive loss. This army, huge, 18,000 cannons in the back row versus his 0. And the bad thing was, his morale was so high, his troops kept on fighting.
Zlewikk starting the war of the third coalition reversed. He's just declared on Russia, ladies and gentlemen, who drags in Kazakh, Deccan, all of these British guys, Britain, colonies, and a separate deck on the Austrian Empire, who drags in everyone because it's the French Revolutionary War against Austria and whatever. But they have so many cronies right here in the HRE that they've somehow managed to drag them all in. How? Massive wars right here. Still some separatist sentiment. Getting sieged down in various places. He doesn't have that many armies though. No, so I'm curious to see how he'll deal with this.
He has to handle this quickly. Because those rebels are going to come back. I think he did a good job. We're seeing another 11 out of 10 L'Equipe rating potentially over here for Zlewikk. Because he did the right thing by taking out his rebels first and then popping off the wall to give him the maximum amount of time. Habibi does have 95k just kind of sitting there over in Trieste next to Venice. This is kind of my concern. Oh no, Habibi, that's a bad battle to take. That's two really bad battles. He's attacking to the mountains. He's going to lose that. He's going to win this one, but they have cannons. He doesn't. So that's a very, very painful fight. He needs to force march him to get in there. Don't go in there. Don't do that. No. He's getting desperate. He's snatching at it. He should not be even remotely losing to Spain. He has 95k, a full cannon stack just sitting here. He's lost his head. He's lost his head fully. This is bad. He's racing to get to the end of the game, but he's also racing to his own demise, unfortunately, here. This 95k just not doing anything. It feels to me like he's getting distracted on this front and then not pausing and making his decisions. He's getting distracted by this front and he's going, look, 11k just running in on its own. No backup. No friends. No cannons. No cannons on this one as well. Look at that. That is... loss after loss. Look, he's not just struggling. Look what is going on here. He's trickling him in. I think he doesn't like Playmaker. He's throwing. He needs to focus on this front. Fight over in Spain. Win that. Then go over here. Fight over here. Because right now, the time is ticking. He's taking attrition and just sitting here. with 90,000 troops. This is a full cannon stack. He's got another full cannon stack over here. They should just be tearing through Spain. Send 2 west. Destroy Spain. He's got literally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 forts to siege. And these are unfortunate. These are nasty forts. He should just go after them and then go east.
That's right. Let's go to my POV right here. Check out what's going on in Zlewick's game.
It's
Fighting
heads-up.
multiple front wars. So this is what's going on in the region of France, ladies and gentlemen. He sieged down all of his cores that, you know, he gave up to Britain in the early portion. Over here, he is getting sieged by the minor German guys. He's popping off some, you know, he's gotten sieged up here as well. Battles. He had sieged down Vienna. It got sieged back. He is getting sieged himself in Italy and in the Balkans. He was rushing for Moscow over here, and he's taking care of some of those forts over here. So he does have quite a lot of war score versus Austria.
You flipped my POV.
Let's
He's
go.
going to get stack wiped over here. There you go. That's a stack wipe. Retreating armies fleeing France. Like, what? There's no cannons here. You can't win that fight. I genuinely don't know what he's doing.
So what's going
And he's
on?
getting like what's going on? He's half committing to both fronts, and he's losing. He's losing the Spain one. I think he's starting to get ticking war score against him.
This I'm distracted playstyle, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, it's just this is manageable. He's just not focusing on Spain, and he's not fully focusing on Austria. Finally, big stack wipe in Spain. Massive stack wipe in Spain. That was huge. That's actually going to reverse the tide a little bit because he was getting ticking war score against him.
Zlewikk just piecing out the Austrian Empire, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, that's
very
huge.
nice by him. Putting more numbers on the board. Yeah,
Whereas-
Zlewikk has landed in Britain, yeah. Sieging down Cornwall as we speak. There he is.
Yeah.
He's in the Balkans, unsieging. He's got Moscow.
Again, it's that shows
At
priority.
least get his cores back from Britain, and Britain isn't co-belligerent. Oh, truce break on the Ottomans as we
Nice.
speak, ladies and gentlemen.
And
Hell
like I
yeah,
said,
with only 5.5 minutes left to go.
nice. If you look to my POV,
Let's do that.
that's what I'm saying. It's speed 4 right now, and these troops are sitting here. At least put them on Madrid. There you go. Now they start to move a little bit. But this is not the Habibi we saw from season 1. This is not the Habibi that we saw
Definitely not.
that sort
Even
of
without,
that
without
took Florry to task.
Zlewikk currently sieging down London as we speak, ladies and gentlemen. Going in to siege down, you know, the Ottoman capital. Pushing hard into Russia, getting some of those forts right there around the Moscow area. The Russians are rushing into his
That's my POV if you don't mind. Sorry, I just want to.
Galicia
It's just
Volhynia region, but
emblematic of a further problem. See that stack wipe? More war guy's gone. Like he's not. He still has loads of loans he can take. Like this isn't even France being stretched thin. Finally, he breaks through in Spain.
There
Still,
we
by the
go.
way, because of the whole show superiority thing, he still only has 9% against Spain. He can't actually take any land from Spain, even though he occupied most of the nation. Okay, we've
but
got
yeah, there we go.
just
Zlewikk getting
over a
ready.
minute remaining. It
Sure.
does appear Playmaker will be fighting for survival next week. Zlewikk, we can confirm if he wins today, which, you know, I think he has.
Yeah.
What the Midge? Could you imagine that side by side? Zlewikk is going to the grand final as we near the final minute. So Florry has to win his match against Chairman in order to give himself a good chance of getting to the final to rematch against Zlewikk.
Yep, as Zlewikk pieces out, and I think Zlewikk, ladies and gentlemen, is about done as he shows off his score, and Habibi getting ready for the final piece deals right here. Zlewikk is staying paused. Can Habibi pull off something magic in these final 10 seconds? 3, 2, 1, and we're done. Boom. We're calling it right there, February 11th
There we go.
for Habibi. So, ladies and gentlemen, the challenge was, Midge, if we can flash it up once again, better than Napoleon, starting as France on November 10th, 1799, the earliest date that Napoleon appears in EU4, own the most provinces in Europe. Obviously, both of our players were revolutionary France, started with 100-ish provinces, you know. Zlewikk choosing to peace out of the War of the Second Coalition, Habibi choosing to fight it, and I think we have our scores, man. I think we
do.
have our scores.
So if flip to my POV,
Whatever it
we
is,
can
minus 14.
see that over here, minus, let's say 13, 14, it's about 119, 120 provinces of Habibi, not managing to finish any of the wars he declared. So
Yep.
just finishing off the Papal States and that first war against Britain in the coalition, not managing to take any of that land. I want to see what
Let's
his
just
score
show
is,
off Zlewick's score, ladies and gentlemen.
because that is
I'm gonna tell
phenomenal.
you, he is at
Wow.
304 provinces
Very
as
impressive.
Revolutionary France. Super impressive gameplay. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, Zlewikk continues his clean sweep of Para Bellum Season 2 by going 4 for 4 at the top of the leaderboard with 8 points. Habibi, unfortunately, going 0 for 4 at the bottom of the table with 0 points. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I think we can officially say that
Habibi is eliminated, but Zlewikk, more positively, is in our final. We have our first finalist going top of the leaderboard. It is Zlewikk. Now we do have an interview with Zlewikk and Habibi. Or you're going to be leading that one.
Gentlemen, if you don't know the scores, let me tell you, Zlewikk takes that away with 304 provinces in Europe, as far as I counted, with Habibi being on around 115, 120. Zlewikk, congratulations. First of all, let me start off with that.
Really
you go
good, dude.
4 for 4 this season, 8 points at the top of the table, and you are now guaranteed a place in the final no matter what happens to you next week. So, you can just let your kid play. You can go have some lunch, have some dinner, whatever it is.
For that.
But congrats. Habibi, unfortunately, my friend, you go 0 for 4 this season. Zlewikk, you will have a lot to gloat for, but let's go with Habibi right here. Tell me your strat. What was your strat here for this run? You stayed in the war of the Second Coalition.
I had no strat. I also don't know how zeal works. How do you gain zeal?
Spread the revolution casus belli.
Spread the
So if you
revolution.
force
casus
revolution
belli.
someone, you get revolution and zeal. That was actually a key part of my strategy. Whenever my truce with Spain ended, I declared on them and forced revolution on them, so I had max revolution and zeal for that.
There you go. That's the key there. Yeah. So I never play revolutionary nations. But
Not a fan.
now I learned. No, not really a fan. No. I've maybe gone revolutionary a handful of times. But yeah, but if I knew that, I think I would have made some smaller nations just decked on revolutionary and then converted them using that
it depends
CB
on
and then
depth.
getting zeal.
Actually, it's more worth on a big nation, because small
Big
nation,
nation.
like one OPM's like 5 revolutions a year, while Spain gave me 60. And
When you did in Spain, give you 60.
So no real strat, no real experience with revolutionary. Is that what held you up, the revolutionary zeal, and not being able to take a lot of provinces and wars? Or do you think maybe you should have gotten out of that first war, or
I could have got out of the first war a lot faster. Is that what Zlewikk did? You got out of the war immediately?
Just day one, yeah. It's like
Day one?
provinces in Europe you lost, yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, it was just I know that in this save file, like, you just have insane quality compared to everyone you're fighting. And I think if I revolutionary zealed someone, I could have just taken big chunks right off of that war.
None of you guys, at least for me, you didn't seem to go for the cheapest provinces. Like, some of the strategies we were theorizing when we were coming up with this challenge was, okay, maybe they'll go into Scandinavia. Denmark and Sweden have no allies. Make Russia break an alliance, go for cheap Russian provinces.
Okay.
Why did you both go for Italy first? Because it's right there?
It's the easiest. It's just next by. You're not strong in just at the start date. You have to build up a bit.
You have claims on all Italy too.
Yeah, you also have like truces everywhere.
Yeah.
I might have gotten for Scandinavia later, but the problem with Scandinavia is like it's a long time to get there.
Yeah, and you can like beat anyone, and then if AE doesn't matter, like the cheap provinces don't matter. And then if you have like province war score cost and admin efficiency from zeal, yeah, like you can just take big chunks of anything.
What are your expectations, talking way into the future right here, for the finals? Zlewikk, if you get into the final, or Habibi, if for whoever's in the final or the third place match or whatnot, do you have any predictions? Let's go with Habibi first.
I think that Zlewikk is putting a lot of attention into Para Bellum this season. It's like completely opposite with me. Like I said last week, I've been doing zero practice. Like the last season, I was practicing a lot. So I think that Zlewikk is honestly a really strong contender this season. Stronger of a contender than me last season. Even last season, I don't think that I win in any way unless the things were really rigged for me. I think that Zlewikk has an even shot against Florryworry, and I think that he got this as long as his nerves don't get to him.
Zlewikk, what's your opinion? You know, you're already guaranteed to be in the final.
Yeah, so I feel good. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna play more risky next week because I can.
Thank you so much for playing, Zlewikk. Congratulations, Habibi. Unfortunately, it is what it is. Better luck next time, and we'll see you both next time for the final week before the final.